are going to be reading Superworm by Julia Donaldson. Superworm. Good readers are always thinking and asking themselves questions when they are reading. Questions that help a reader make predictions often start with, I wonder. So as I read the first page of this book, I wonder why the worm is called Superworm. Seems weird to me that a worm would be super. So I know there must be a reason. Make a prediction. Why do you think the worm is called Superworm? Superworm is super long. Superworm is super strong. Watch him wiggle, see him squirm. Hip, hip, hooray for Superworm. Help! Disaster, baby toad has hopped onto a major road. Someone help him, quick! Oh no! Baby toad has hopped onto a major road. What is a major road? Where have you seen a major road? Why might hopping onto a major road be a problem? Good thinking. Look! A superworm lasso! That's funny, hey? The bees are feeling bored today. They need a nice new game to play. Cheer up, bees. No need to mope. It's Superworm! And what is he turned into? A skipping rope. This worm can do it all. Beetle's fallen in the well. Is she drowning? Who can tell? Not to panic, all is fine. It's Superworm, the fishing line. Think about the prediction you made at the beginning of the story. Remember when I asked, why do you think Superworm is called Superworm? Was your prediction correct? It's one way that Superworm has been super in the story so far. I think you're right. Then, toads and beetles, bees and bugs, brothers snails and sister slugs, Uncle Earwig, Auntie Ant, clap and cheer and chant this chant. Superworm is super long, Superworm is super strong. Watch him wiggle, see him squirm, hip hip hooray for Superworm. The chant is carried on the air to Wizard Lizard in his lair. He mutters in his servant's ear, find that worm and bring him here. The servant crow is black and grim. Everyone is scared of him. They all let out a fearful shriek to see their hero in his beak. Oh no. It's said that the servant crow is grim. What clues on this page can tell you about what the word grim might mean? What do you think grim means? I think there's a clue looking like he's kind of mean and scary. Ooh. And everyone's afraid of him. The wizard waves his magic flower. Now, Superworm, you're in my power, and you must tunnel rife and coil to find me treasure in the soil. Superworm is very cross to have a lizard as his boss, but when he tries to slink away, the wizard's magic makes him stay. Superworm is very cross. Cross is another word for being angry, annoyed, or irritated. So why do you think Superworm is feeling cross right now? I think you're right, because he's trapped and he doesn't want to be controlled by an evil lizard. For days he tunnels, twists and winds, but all the treasure that he finds is 2 small buttons, half a cork, a toffee, and a plastic fork. The lizard flicks an angry tail. Have one last try, and if you fail to find that treasure down below, I'll feed you to my hungry crow. The crow is flapping through the night. Everyone looks up in affright. They see him perch upon an oak and listen to his dreadful croak. Superworm is good to eat. Superworm's a special treat. He'll be juicy, fat, and firm. Hip, hip, hooray for Superworm. Action quickly at the double. Superworm's in frightful trouble. We must help him if we can. We must hatch a cunning plan. Okay, what clues on this page help you to understand what hatch a cunning plan might mean? I think they're trying to create a really clever plan so they can save their friend Superworm. The garden creatures leave their home carrying a honeycomb. They jump and fly and crawl and creep and find the lizard fast asleep. They chew the petals off his flower to rob him of his magic power. The caterpillars fetch some leaves, while busily the spider weaves. The web is strong, the web is tough, the web is plenty big enough. The wizard wakes, this isn't funny, I'm wrapped in leaves and stuck with honey. Then the bees and beetles fly and lift the web into the sky. What a great plan they have. This is the place, and bang, crash, thump. The wizard's in the garbage dump. And now from somewhere underground, there comes a distant rumbling sound. The earth begins to heave, and then, oof, oof, ooh. What does distant mean? Do you know? If you heard a sound, a distant sound, I mean, you heard a sound from far away, right? And the ground is beginning to heave. Oh, and what happened? Superworm is back again. It was Superworm coming out of the ground. Superworm, the swing, the slide, the hula hoop, the fairground ride. Superworm, the belt, the hat, the crane, the train, the acrobat. Then toads and beetles, bees and bugs, brother snails and sister slugs, Uncle Earwig, Auntie Ant, clap and cheer and chant this chant. Superworm is super long, Superworm is super strong. Watch him wiggle, see him squirm, hip hip hooray for Superworm. Yeah, Superworm! The animals are very happy to have Superworm back, aren't they? They are thinking of all the awesome ways that Superworm helps them every day. And these are all the reasons why Superworm is super. And that's the end. Thank you for reading Superworm with me today. I hope you learned a little bit about making predictions and looking in the pictures and in the words for clues. All right, we'll see you next time, everybody.